Mari, plenty of yellow shirts in the penalty area. Again, though, reluctance to put in the cross. Space for Matty Davis. 3 to aim for. Davis cross. Headed over from a good position by Safwan Baroudin, of all players. Big opening for the Singaporean.
Yeah, usually we'll see that in the back of the net. Not too sure why Zafri doesn't come out to press. Sorry, Irfan Zakaria. Not sure why he's not going to press Matthew Davies. It makes it more easier for Matthew to just pick out Safwan in the middle of the box.
Luke Woodland took a bit of a knock in the build-up to that, but that was the best chance that Pahang have created. Safwan Baroudin on 23 minutes, heading over the top. And an opportunity for all the players on a humid evening just to take on the liquids. Paulo Jazue with the best chance for Kuala Lumpur on 10 minutes. Lovely, elegant left-footed midfielder. And here he is going through, played through by De Paula. And it's a good enough strike.
I think Ramsey there just in a very great position to block. As both angles covered, near post, far post.
Fitri. Goulon scored that goal that went viral around the world. In a losing cause in the end. Kayambi easily picked off once again, that time by Irfan Zakaria. Safwan in quickly, took a knock but plays on. But played by Safwan. Sada Ramdani overlapping from Davis once again. 2 in the penalty area, dealt with by No. And the volley from Azam. Kayambi, that's blocked away for a first corner of the evening for Pahang, as they just up the intensity a little bit, Syed Adni.
It's something they need at the moment. They haven't really caused any problems to Farizwan. Lazarus there, going off with a shot. Not the best connection he got, but blocked.
Azamaze to take the corner. Goulon and Safwan are the obvious threats. It comes to the back post. And Goulon is the target. And there's a penalty. There is a hand there. Kuala Lumpur are saying there was a push that causes the handball. But from a free kick, and you can see that Hang Seok is adamant that he was pushed, and that caused the resultant handball, Side Adni.
Yeah, we really didn't get a clear view of it. Hopefully we'll get to look at that again and see what the complaints are. It's a big chance here for Lazarus to put Pahang ahead, gain a bit of confidence in the game.
But Seok looks very, very nonplussed with the decision. But Razlan was right in place. And clearly there was a handball, but whether or not it was the result of a push, who can say? Lazarus Kayambi got 1 goal to his name in the league anyway. A great chance for him on 27 minutes to give Pahang the lead. Kayambi saved. Faridwan guessed the right way, low to his left, and in the end, Syed Adni, that's a comfortable save from the penalty.
Rasanya lah, tak tahu rasanya. Tak adalah, mana ada kedua dia. Tak. Mana dia? Mana dia? Entah.
As well in that possess. And now Pedro Enrique with a chance to counter. Bharat Kumar sees that a player is down, his own teammate, I think is Nasrik Barum, who collided with Muhaimin. Well, you got to be brave when you hear the goalkeeper breathing down your neck, that you got to stand strong. Perhaps going to take a hit. That's exactly what happened to Nasrik Baharum. He's going to feel it for a while. He should be fine to continue the match. But again, Muhaimin being one of those consistent performers in his PJCT colours this season, certainly having a stronger impact in the second half of the season. Signed midway through the season, was in Negeri Sembilan colours last season. Selangor born boy from section 11 Selangor Secondary School, drafted into Bukit Jalil Sports School as well. Now, PJ City having a lot of time. They have expensive third. But Bharat Kumar does ever so well to win that ball, but then lose control from Washington. Now Farid Shah has to put out the ball, finds Balic on the ground. Melaka, who have scored 7 goals in their last 5 away matches, have certainly turned their fortunes after a very, very poor start to the season on away ground. It all started with that win at Stadium Perak in Ipoh. That perhaps gave them the belief to go away grounds and start scoring goals, start getting some points. And they've come a long way since then. 7 goals in 5 matches in an away ground, no easy feat. So this game is far from over. There'll be goals, I can tell you. Hope I'm not putting a commentator's curse on it. Now, Farisha plays it back. Harold Fahmi. Melaka in a 4-2-3-1 formation. Saiful Ridwan and Balic just sitting in that number 6 area. Milanovic now playing even deeper. Number 10 for Melaka. Earns a foul. A very clever foul. Forces that foul from Pedro. Now Balic tries to thread the ball through towards Davy. And one army roll. Just drawing a foul from Bay. He was just trying to launch a counter. Again, what PJCD does really well is whenever they get the ball on the break, they've got Pedro and Washington trying to split Jang Suk-won and Shuko Adan apart. Nazrin Nawi started the match really busy. Got Mohamed working. He's gone a bit quiet in the last 5 minutes. Vinod's matched him down his left-hand side pretty well. Now Shuko goes long, finds Devi. Milanovic! He thought of a shot, shimmied it, and then lost his balance. Maybe he was just trying to put that ball through to Devi Angan. Mohamed, 35 minutes on the clock. PJ City just growing into this game defensively, just kind of absorbing whatever at the moment being thrown from Melaka after taking the lead. Found themselves in a lot of pressure in early minutes, but it's got themselves more stable in the last 15 minutes. Now Balic, Shuko Adan. Shuko goes long. Intended target, Milanovic. Well cleared this time. Anas Rahman again, the man to unfold the attack. Well, Balic managed to find one army roll down his right hand side. Patrick Reichel, on his left, Patrick Reichel with a chance, and Milanovic! Absolutely brilliant! Patrick Reichel with the assist, Milanovic with a beautiful inner touch, puts it past Mohamed. It all started down with Balic, ciphering one, just getting a bit of space, getting into one Amiro, finds Patrick Reichel, hugging the touchline, which he rarely does. And then when he does, he's got the vision to find Milanovic with acres of space, and a beautiful finish from Milanovic, because what he does really well is he creates that little space for himself before he finds himself just got to put that ball on target to let the ball go past Mohamed. 1-1 here at Talingjaya Stadium. Aizo goes long with a target. Not too far away, Pedro Henrique. Never easy from that distance. Did really well. Just couldn't get his timing right. Still has got a lot to do even if he gets his timing right. But generate enough power to try and beat a strong custodian like Cairo Fami. Well, again, stats don't lie. 50% of Melaka goals have come from the 15th to the 45th minute this season. Them keeping true to that stats has got the equalizer. And that stats certainly come from our statistician at Malaysian Football League. Asrik Elizu goes long. Anas finds Pedro. Pedro strong enough. Gets the better of two players. Bay Bimgun. Bay. Some good football here from PJ City. Good response. Iso. Really looping high ball. There's only one intended target in that, which is Washington, but he hits the ball. What a game here, 40 minutes. It's just flown by. Melaka starting really strong, hitting the crossbar, forcing a save from Mohamed. But it was PJ City who got the response early. Beautiful, well-worked counter-attack goal from Pedro Henrique, getting them the lead. But since then, Melaka just having a bit more domination. PJ City handling well defensively, but not on the equalizer. It's all square here. Saiful perhaps going to put the ball out. Pedro finds himself in a lot of pain. Well, if there's one thing that perhaps Coach K. David, who I personally know about him being strong on the stats, he'll be looking forward to the second half. If at all they get to go out of this 1-1, because PJ City has been one of the strongest starters of the second half, scoring 42% of their goals in the first 15 minutes of the second half. And he'll be certainly looking to build on that. If they can get at least 1-1 at halftime. It's been a very, very decent performance from PJ City in the first 41 minutes here at the PJ Stadium. Balic. Neat little 1-2 here. Milanovic spreads it wide. Patrick Reichel, the man with the assist, plays back. One army roll. But Milanovic to Balic. Patrick Reichel just dropping in the number 10 area. Barisha. Azrin plays it back. Chang Suk Won. Milanovic really deep. Thinks of going long. Finds Amwan Amirul down the right-hand side. Now Davy just dropping deep. Got support. Balic down his left. Milanovic with the ball. Finds Balic. Nazrin Navi to his left. Davy just ahead of him in shot. Now Milanovic with a bit of space. Doesn't earn the foul. Rightly so. Baby June. Bit of unnecessary nonsense going on. It's been a game with so much football, so much entertainment. Credit has to be given to the referee as well, who's certainly managed the situation a couple of times. Just having good management is really crucial. Well, I think it was more about Elizu not being happy with Milanovic. Purely because Milanovic found himself in a bit of space. Was looking to exploit that space with his mazy run. Stopped in his tracks really well by Elizu. Fair challenge. Two minutes plus extra time remains on the clock. I think it's a fair scoreline walking into halftime if that can remain. Both sides have had a fair share of chances. They've put on a show. For this first half, it's been Beautiful game to watch, end-to-end stuff. But still, some minutes to play. Patrick Reichel. Still with Patrick Reichel. Earns a foul. Eisel just committing to the challenge from behind. And immediately you see the likes of Jang Suk-won, Shuko Adan, Dominic Balic. Reichel himself will be fancying to get into that box. Nazrin Nawi will be on the free kick. Organization from PJ City really crucial. Don't want to be conceding before halftime. Coach's jobs, never an easy one when that happens. Change the team talks. Now, Nazrin Nawi with a jump post. Jang Suk-won just anticipating ahead, just getting confirmation. And it is Jang Suk-won anticipates the ball ahead of Muhaimin, but it's always about the delivery from Nazrin Nawi. Treads the ball beautifully in a beautiful height, and then Jang Suk-won, the earliest to react, puts the ball. Muhaimin comes out late, no man tracking Jang Suk-won, and that is a killer blow for PJ City. But what a half here for Melaka, trailing 1-0 at some point in this half, but walking into halftime break at 2-1. And Nazrin Nawi, who has started the half really strong. If you go back into the first 5 minutes, he did test Muhaimin from that distance. It always gives you confidence when you start the game really well. And then after a couple of free kicks now, he certainly's got his targets right. Bringing a big assist here. Now, Kate Evans' team talks at halftime changes. But here, with minutes to play, Nazrin Nawi, Devi Angan in offside position. Could have Nazrin Nawi find Patrick Reichel. He had the option down that right-hand side. Bit of time here for PJ City to launch an attack. Sergio earning a foul. PJ City rightly so continues really quick. Now, Pedro Henrique down his right. Washington down his right. Bharat Kumar, Pebam Kyun, Aizo. Can he find players in the box? Karofami fouled on the challenge of Washington. Again, Aizo looping those balls in a very good area, but it's a looping ball, never easy. And that concludes halftime here at PJ City Stadium. What a half we witnessed, 3 goals. Melaka trailing at some point through a Pedro Henrique goal. Then response from Melaka, Jang Suk-won at the very end with a stunning goal from a header, puts them in the front seat. PJ City 1, Melaka 2. Now, as we look into the match highlights, it all started from the first free kick from Nazrin Nawi, who did start the match really bright, perhaps teed off a little bit and then got into the match before he assisted PJ City. Again, is coming really close. It was end-to-end stuff from PJ City. And then there was a long shot from Devi Angan, who turned really well, got into a deep position and fancied himself, hitting the crossbar, beating Muhaimin on that occasion. And then it was all about the counter-attack from Washington, finding Vinod down the right-hand side and then putting that ball in for Pedro Henrique, who does really well to take the ball down before he slotted that ball past Carol Fahmy. And Melaka had response in them, certainly did. Getting the equalizer, really, really crucial. And then it was a goal. That is a killer blow. From Jang Suk Won, well done to Melaka in the first half. PJ City all to do for the second half. It's PJ City 1, Melaka United 2 at halftime. See you shortly.
Brian kini sedang rancang beraksi menonton perlawanan bola sepak. Mari kita tonton playback. Alamak, dia Asian kosong. Cara lihat video atau internet. Membeli top up dari kedai runcit untuk kekasihnya. Brian nampaknya tersepit dalam detik-detik yang kritikal ini. Hebat! Nasib baik Brian telah melengkapkan setiap langkahnya dengan Boost App. Inilah caranya anda menonton perlawanan bola sepak. Sertai aksi bola sepak dengan cara yang betul, Boost Style.
Minyak hilang tapi bukan bintik hitam. Baru kami mentega dalam sayur. Membersih, scrub, masker. Bersihkan minyak, kurangkan bintik hitam. Cuba sekarang.
Menetapkan taraf tersendiri. Gaya penampilanku bukan hanya satu. Melangkah jauh melebihi luaran. Nova menangkap butiran dan kejelasan yang tiada tandingannya. Meneroka menjangkaui batasan. Nova merentasi lingkungan dan kemungkinan baru. Huawei Nova 4, paparan tebuk full view, 25 megapiksel swafoto menakjubkan.
Run from me, darling.
As a writer,
Run, my good wife.
you have to understand human nature.
Run from me, darling.
Fear, murder,
You better run for your life.
and revenge.
And each time I see you,
I think it's time, dear.
I
No
can't
freaking payback.
contemplate.
You really don't belong in a place like this. Have a safe trip home.
You better run. You better run. You better run. You better run.
You're crazy.
Run, run, run.
You have to understand human nature.
Iya.
What a 45 minutes we have witnessed at this PJ Stadium. It's 2-1 here to the away side. Melaka just coming back at the very end through Jang Suk Won to put a very different spin on what perhaps K. Devon was thinking in his mind before that goal got in. They were in a good position. They were leading 1-0. Then they conceded one, and then they conceded a second. A huge second half here for K. Devon. What is at stake? If PJ City can get 3 points, they secure their Super League spot for 2020 season. Melaka, on the other hand, want to put the pressure back to Selangor. If they can get 3 points, they'll be on 29 points. Selangor plays Felda tomorrow. Second half. PJ City will be kicking from right to left in a blue and white strip. Melaka, on the other hand, will be kicking from left to right in a dark green and black strip. Baby Mgyun, who never fails to put in the work now, more than ever, to get the season secured. He's got a big second half to lead the way. One army roll. Elizu gets the better of Davy. Elizu. Bay. Elizu moving a bit forward. Pedro Enrique. Bringing in the work. But then just overzealous in his challenge against Jang Suk Won. Balic. He's got one army roll down his right hand side. He's got Patrick on the far hand right side. Now, short pass here. Winod. Milanovic. Just trying to find that far left corner of Muhammad's goal. Wide, but not far. Muhammad hits it long. Crosses the half-line mark. And now it's been a couple of poor passes from Winod here in this very early start to the second half. Shuko unable to find his teammate. Now Sergio, Pedro, Washington. Never got that ball under control. Now Nazrin Nawi. Davy just moves to the left for support, but he finds Milanovic. Milanovic. Again, Patrick Reichel, always making his straight man round. Very much an inverted winger. Top scorer for the season. Washington offside.
Patrick. You come from here, much better. Okay.
If there's one thing really positive for PJ City is they're one of the strongest starters in the first 15 minutes in the Super League. 42% of their goals have come in the first 15 minutes of the second half. Can they build on it? Carol Fami, who's had a solid performance in the first half purely because he's going up against Washington and Pedro. Every time he's come out, he's handled it well, he's earned fouls. Davy, Balic, Patrick Reichel down his far right hand side, hugging the touchline. Jang Suk Won with the ball. Has a look. Not many options. Loses possession. Barrett finds the runner, Washington. Washington gets it under control. Washington with a chance. Forces a save from a very acute angle. Carol Fami again in between. Balic. Farisha. Sergio plays it straight, driven ball. Never easy for Washington. Vinod laying it short. Sergio has been in the heart of most of PJ City's movement tonight. Elizu plays long, finds Vinod. Can he put in a ball on his left? Shot to Barrett. Barrett Kumar. Nice little work here. A bit of composure, a bit of calmness from Balic. But now he's got again to defend. Washington a bit too flat towards the runner Sergio, but the work put in by Winod. Sergio! Deflected cross, earns a corner.
Tendang luar.
Now, as Baby makes his way, Elizu, Pedro Henrique, Washington will be the intended target. He's got Barrett Kumar to assist him. Bay on his left, Barrett on his right. Goalkeeper, Karofami. Well, now it's certain Barrett Kumar. An outswinger from a right foot is expected. Now, header from Sergio. Lots of claims for handball. Referee waves play on. Barrett Kumar again down his right hand side, puts in an early ball. Karofami, clean catch. Farisha. Patrick Reichel, who's just switched sides with Nazrin Nawi. Find himself now on the left hand side. Jang Suk Won, Saiful Ridwan got the nod ahead of Shafiq Ryan, who was ill today. Saiful loses possession, tries to find Davy now. With a chance, Pedro, Washington, back to Washington. Loses out, Shukwaran does really well, but loses out. Good with a 5, Bay Bumgyun. Bay. Always tough for that position. Milanovic going long. Patrick Reichel, Davy, making his run. He's got Nazrin Nawi down his right hand side. Patrick Reichel continues his run. Does well, Milanovic. Again, Patrick. Alizu, overzealous in his challenge. Always a foul. Really, really instrumental to how Melaka is playing in the second half. Patrick Reichel being in the thick of action, making those runs, holding the ball really well, drawing fouls. Again, just going back to that second goal that Melaka scored, a killer blow to PJ City before the halftime break. It was almost from a similar position in the opposite side. Nazrin Nawi putting in a beautiful ball. Chang Suk Won at the end of it. Nazrin Nawi. No shot. Again, an unmarked Chang Suk Won. Don't think the linesman thought he was offside. Balic just laying on the floor. Well, good sportsmanship here from Balic. Not happy, but he's got himself up, which allows play to continue. Not really happy, Sergio. Game resumes. It's been a fantastic game of football here at the PJ Stadium. End-to-end stuff in the first 45 minutes. Yet to see a goal in the second half. 10-minute mark in the second half. Vinod. Tries to find Bay. Well defended. Nazrin Just putting in a foot. Back to PJ City. Elizu making his way much more advanced. Pedro Henrique makes the run. Shuko ahead of that run. Elizu. Sergio finds Washington, unable to control. Possession back with PJ City to win it. If he looks up, he's got Bharat Kumar in the hole. He's got Pedro. And Pedro just moving in a hole right now. Washington just in between the centre backs. On the left, Aizal Ridwan keeps the ball well. Nice little turn. Aizal Ridwan puts in a beautiful cross. And then Washington just unable to get that ahead of him. And a well-worked free kick here earned by PJ City and a yellow card. I'll get a confirmation. I think it's Balic who has received his first yellow. Now, can PJ City make this count? Nasrik Barum has made his way. Washington just finding a bit of space here where he's starting positioning is just behind Jang Suk Won. It's 5 light blue shirts in the box. Sergio puts it shot, does not beat the first man. Bharat Kumar with a chance to put the ball back in. Now Nasrik Barum puts in the ball. Karo Fami again comfortable. Melaka, 8 players behind the ball. And PJ City with a bit of space. Vinod, lazy run, finds Washington. Takes his time, still with Washington, now with Bay. Bay puts in a cross. Well defended by Jang Suk Won. Now at the moment, Melaka having answers to PJ City's efforts. Bharat makes a run forward. Picked out. Sergio. Finds Vinod. Hugging the touchline. Vinod on his left. Puts it near post. Deflected out for a corner. Faris Shah just making sure that ball did not get into the 6-yard box. Now, PJ City, who's been spending so much time in the attacking third, can they make it count? Washington tries to put it back. I think it was Elizu at the end trying to find Washington. Again, Melaka just having a couple of them just sitting in the right position to be in between the passes being made by PJ City. Bay goes long. And Karo Fami calms the storm. PJ City. In a match, do have a lot of bite in the second half. Percentage-wise, I just mentioned 42% of the goals in the first 15 minutes of the second half. 27% of goals come in the last 15 minutes of the game. That shows how strong they finish a game. Aka's got a lot to do to try and make sure they don't build on that. Because at the moment, PJ City been dominating the game.
Luka, too much inside. We lose the ball.
Nawi finds himself back on the left-hand side of the pitch. Patrick Reichel has moved back to his usual position down the right-hand side. Jamsuk won with that so far stellar performance in this game. Finds Davey, who's been doing really well, sitting in the hole, dropping a bit deeper, perhaps needing a partner in maybe 5-meter spaces to try and link up play with him. Balic spreads the ball towards Milanovic. The run tracked by Nasrik Baharum. Now Barit Kumar plays it long, straight towards Pedro Enrique. And then the effort of Aizo Rizwan earns him a free kick. What clearly you can see in the second half is the commitment, the tenacity from the PJ City side to try and get an equalizer. It's clear at vision. Now, Bay Byung-gyun. Bay puts in a far post ball. Carol Fami again. Straight, comfortable. Best of throws here for Carol Fami. Sergio! Wide. Don't think Balic knew too much about that ball from Carol Fami, but Sergio knew more. Single-minded. And kept it low, driving shot, stinging. I thought Carol Fami was well beaten if that was the target. Washington. It's an assault here from PJ City, trying to get the equalizer. Farisha. Nazrin Nawi finding himself in his own defensive third, unable to have any kind of possession in the middle third. It's pressure here from Melaka, but can PJ City make it count? Serginho, Aizo. Now Washington again, just perhaps making this run not in the same wavelength with Aizo Ridwan. Chance for Melaka to breathe. Farisha goes square, straight, predictable. Possession back. PJ City. And Serginho being that man, linking play with the defenders and midfield, has done that ever so well tonight. Elizu has been spending more time in that advanced role, rightly so. Boom, from one Amiro. That's his third time. Elizu. Now Washington fancies himself, earns a throw-in. He's got Pedro. Just played to Pedro. Back to Washington. He's got Bay. Bay's got Aizo. Aizo keeps it in. Does not earn the throw-in. Throw-ins from Melaka. Melaka again going a bit straight. Possession every time they regain possession in less than 5 to 10 seconds. That immediately puts their defenders back on pressure. Now PJC finds a run. Washington plays it back. Barrett Kuma. Barrett just loses it out to Sukwon, who's been walled tonight. Really, I say that about Jang Soo-won, but tonight he's been by far the best defender on the pitch. Now Balic, Milanovic is got Patrick Reichel down the right-hand side, fails to see him. Well defended by Nasrik Barum. Last-ditch attempt, wins the ball. PJ City back with possession.
Come on, Luka. Come on, Malik. Hey, bola. Patrick.
Pedro forces the pass, loses the ball. Patrick Reichel. He's always a threat on the break. I think it's very clever from Zainal just to leave him out of that defensive work, just putting him as a target. If they do get out of a break, he will be absolutely crucial for Melaka. Now Milanovic growing into the second half. Wanamiro loses out possession again. Saiful Ridwan. Milanovic, Saiful Ridwan. Looking for options. Finds Patrick Reichel. But well defended by Aizo. And then Wanamiro does ever so well to make sure he got within a really tight space. Pedro took his time when there was no time. One of the substitutions which has been a permanent fixture for Kate Haven. Aizo Rizwan perhaps getting the nod ahead in the season, and then you found Zamri Ramli just trying to win the coach over, getting a couple of games under his belt from the start. Now coming off the bench to replace Aizo. Now Melaka, a chance, risk taken here. Nasrik. Rahman stood his ground. But you don't want to be taking those risks just on top of your own box. Now, there will be another substitution here being done by PJ City. Barrett has done his part tonight. Devendran, or perhaps just needing a bit more legs, a little bit more runs. He asked to provide that as he come on for Barrett Kuma. They've worked really hard, they've put in a performance. What's not really come off tonight is they've not created enough solid chances, PJ City. Melaka, on the other hand, been very efficient. Started the game really well in the first 15 minutes, but found themselves trailing by a goal to nil. But the response was fantastic from Zainal's side. Milanovic through nicely weighted cross from Patrick Reichel, making it 1-1. And then right at the stroke of half time, the killer blow from Nazrin Nawi's free kick. Jang Suk Won with a near post header. Changed the spin on Kate Evans' stock at half time, making it 2-1. Walking into the second half has been a different kind of performance from the man in blue.
Okay, on.
But yet, to get on the score sheet in the second half. 71 minutes gone. Davey. Just holding the ball well, forcing maybe a lot of work from Anas Rahman. It works really well when you're leading. Now, Balic, Wanamiro. Elizu reads it really well. Not the best of balls into the path of Washington. That is that perhaps PJ City going to find some fine tuning. Now, back to Samri Ramli, who's just come on. Pedro dropping in the hole. He's got the support of Samri Ramli, but the ball never found him. A little shove here from Samri Ramli. Earns a foul for Melaka. Patrick Reichel again providing that little depth that Melaka need at this point. Well, it's not the best of news here for Zainal Abidin Hassan, because if you go back to the start of the game, he did list Shafiq Rahim in his first 11, found himself ill, had a last minute replacement. Saiful Ridwan comes on. Come on, man. Saiful Ridwan on a stretcher. Well, he certainly has some experience on the bench. Man who knows all about winning. Osman Roslan comes on in a defensive midfield position. Replaces Saiful Ridwan. Former Selangor, former Pahang. Barisha. H of a 2-1 lead. Nazrin now plays it long. Samri Ramli takes a little bit risk. Got the pace to get the ball back. Not good enough, because now the ball is from Milanovic. Finds Rosman, who's just come on. Balic, Milanovic. Really happy with the poke of Milanovic. They said he want to get on with the game, rightly so. Now Pedro Henrique, again the pass a little bit behind from where he was intended to receive the ball. Davey keeps the ball in ever so well, but then loses possession. Sergio, a bit of space. Finds Vinod. Vinod's got Pedro Henrique. Pedro Henrique's got a couple of players down his left hand side. Muhammad. And then Aswino does really well to get back. Second attempt from Nazrin to put the ball in for a cross.
Number 10.
Cute little vision for Milanovic. Attracted the defenders to the right-hand side. Knew exactly Nazrin was making a late run down that left-hand side. And having played with Nazrin Nawi, there was only one thing in his mind. He was always going to prepare himself for a driving shot. Straight at Muhammad, does very well to make sure he put the ball out of an angle for Nazrin if he had a second chance. Now they've got to deal with a corner, PJ City. Nazrin Nawi goes near, has not beat the first man. Referee's seen an infringement as well. Now, 13 minutes on the clock plus extra time. Can PJ City mount a comeback? A comeback means securing Super League 2020. Baby Mgun. Now with a chance. Zamri Ramle! Carol Fahmy not with the cleaners of catch. The effort is there, the commitment is there. The final touch yet to come. Now, Zamri Ramli puts in ball, just finds his way out, not enough of space. Poor touch from Zamri Ramli. Just given Melaka a little bit of a breather at this point. Zamri Ramli trying to find Washington into straight. Babam Gyun trying to orchestrate play from a very deep area. Alizu stretches wide. Finds Vinod tries to find Pedro Enrique. Rosman Roslan does the job there. Davy loses out. Again, the effort PJ City to try and retain possession has been the highlight of the second half. Pedro perhaps getting a yellow card only for dissent. Don't know what he said, but certainly not in the good books of the referee. Vinod goes long, dealt again by Jang Suk Won really well. Wanamiro, Patrick Reichel, just forcing that pass. Loses out. Sergio now with a chance to just drive a little forward. Finds Bay. Bay's got support. And this man, Pedro Enrique, unable to get a better Jang Suk Won again, who's put on such a solid performance. Beautiful soft touch from Elizu. Could have not made a mistake. Patrick Reichels breathing down his neck. Elizu. Bide City's got to get more forward. At the moment, they're holding possession, but nowhere near where they can mount a comeback. Nasri. Sergio. And Lizu. Plays it short. Bay finds Washington. Nice little turn. Got Zamri Ramli running ahead of him. Finds Zamri Ramli now. Bay making that run forward. Near post ball. Can it be dealt? Jang Seok Won doesn't clear it well. Shuko Adan did not know to deal with it with his head or foot. But then an effort from Washington to get any kind of touch on that ball. Half a chance again for PJ City. Now, Patrick Reichel sets off on his mazy run, taken out completely by Elizu. Beautiful turn of pace, weaves in, weaves out, weaves in. Then there's only one outcome there. Elizu had to bring him down because he was setting off on a run with pace, and he certainly is one person you don't want around your box. Is Patrick Reichel, top scorer for Melaka. Now a set piece again in an area where Melaka has made it count. Dua-dua. Now Nazrin Nawi. He made it count. Put in a beautiful ball. Charles won the stroke of halftime. Can he do it again? Nazrin Nawi puts it far post, straight at the hands of Muaymin. Well, as Nasrik Barum goes off, Ganesh comes in. This is going to be a tactical change where Kadevan sacrifices his back three. He's going maybe in a 4-3-3 formation. As Ganesh comes on of a front three. Minutes on the clock. Melaka having the ball in the right area, which is in the defensive third of PJ City. And Zainal's counter on that is removing Nazrin Nawi and putting in Ramzi, just perhaps needing a bit more legs. Balic plays it wide. Wanamiro goes long, straight at Lizu. Devendran plays the ball out as Faris Shah finds himself on the ground. And again, referee perhaps not communicating with the player, but making his own decision on bringing the stretcher on. Something that affects the fluidity of the game, because all he needs to do sometimes is have a discussion with the player. If he needs the stretcher, as you saw, Faris Shah has got back on his legs. Didn't need the stretcher on. As you will see, Faris Shah asking that he can come on again immediately, and stretcher has just gone across the field, having stretched no one off. Alizu. Some really tired legs out there, but not lacking heart to put on a show for the remainder of time. But then Alizu here now, the second time in the last 10 minutes, he's taken out a player who's setting off an amazing run. Patrick Reichel and now Ramsey. Again, free kick in a very good position for Melaka, but Nazrin Nawi has been replaced. Milanovic in charge. He's got Davy Angan, he's got Patrick Reichel, he's got Shuko Adan making that run forward. Milanovic plays it short, earns a corner. He's trying to find a near post run being made by Patrick Reichel. %26% of PJ City goals have come in the last 15 minutes of a football match. Now Melaka, but does not end well on matches now with a chance. Ramsey puts in straight into Mohamed. Mohamed sets it off early. Vinod has got the support of Ganesh ahead of him. Now Ganesh plays it to Samri Ramli. Sergio. Devendran slotting down his left-hand side. Samri. Sergio plays it. Intended target, Pedro Enrique. Shuko gets ahead. Melaka putting man behind ball. PJ City throwing everything they can. Now Washington. Devendran completely miscues it. Don't think he ever had himself in the right position before he unleashed that shot. To hit from those distance, you need to have some conviction. 4 minutes at a time. Melaka at the moment will be equal on points if this score remains, with Selangor sitting on third place. Well, just watching the live score table, Kedau picked up a point, has moved up to second place. Pahang, who is currently playing against KL tonight. That score depends. But Melaka certainly will be 29, ahead 1 point of Selangor, who plays tomorrow on 28 points. That's how massive this win will be for Melaka. Now, PJ City. They've got 3 minutes to mount a comeback. That kind of passes, not going to get them close to getting the equalizer. Well, can bring you live updates from other venues where Pahang just completed the 90 minutes against Kuala Lumpur, have won their match 2-0. They will retain second spot ahead of Kedah. Perak, who's just lost 3-0 against Jodha Takzim at Stadium Perak Ipoh. JDT just marching on despite already winning the title. But here is a massive, massive night for PJ City. A point here would do a world of good. For Melaka, 3 points. Put them on 29 points ahead of Selangor, who's on 28 points, who plays tomorrow against Felda. PJ City knocks it long. Foul. Long into the sky, KameraFi hits. With not much time remaining for PJ City as Melaka mounts a challenge forward. Patrick Reichel. Reichel, still with Reichel. Does have it so well. Milanovic. Davey Milanovic. Neatly to work. Final shout. But here PJ City's got a chance to break. Devendran. Pedro Henrique. Bit of space. Washington makes that run forward. Shuko Adan calms things down. And that is the end of the match. Melaka will move up the 4th spot on 29 points, just behind Kedah on 30. Pahang, who's just won their match, will be on 33 points. JDT have gone to march on further on their lead after winning the championship on 49 points. Melaka, who looking to try and finish in the top 4, building towards that as we are in the final 3 games of the season. PJ City still needing a win here for the next game before they secure 2020 Super League season. Final score here, PJ City 1, Melaka United 2. Yeah, as we're looking at the highlights, look at a very good start from actually both sides, end-to-end, but it was PJ City who drew first blood. Pedro Henrique at the end of a very good counter-attack move. Washington finding Wino down the right-hand side. Pedro Henrique having composure to slot the ball past KameraFi. And then it was good reaction from Melaka. They were dominant in the midfield. They pushed forward, And finally, Patrick Reichel with a beautiful cross down the left-hand side. But it was Milanovic at the end of that cross with a delightful finish. 1-1. It looked as it walked into halftime, but that was not the case. As Nazrin Nawi put in a delightful ball from a free kick before Jang Suk Won got ahead of Muaymin to change and spin that scoreline 2-1 as both teams walked away for a halftime break. That changed a lot in the second half. Team talk for K. David. They came out gunning forward to try and get at least an equalizer. The commitment was there, the effort was there, chances were there, but they couldn't find their finishing touch. Long shot range, they were forced into deep areas, well defended. Melaka put men behind the ball. And as the game going by, you saw players trying to force play as Shuko Adan and Jak Suk Won, who perhaps is my man of the match tonight, put on a show to try and make sure they were composed enough to handle a huge momentous fight back from PJ City, which did not happen. And final score here at PJ City 1, Melaka United 2. Melaka will sit 4th place. PJ City still remain to try and win a game before they can secure Super League 2020. Thank you for tonight. See you match day 20.